Good morning. Okay, it's freezing.
Not yet.
My cute outfit.
You don't know what cold is.
The day I was born was the coldest day on record in like the Antarctic. Did you know that?
The Antarctic.
Antarctic.
What's what? What's what? Cimarron.
What's what?
What's what?
Okay, let's check our levels.
What's up, Delano, my friend? Ooh, that's loud. Okay, hold on. Welcome, joining.
Give me one moment, please.
Giving up the feed here and
Check. Wait, I'm not plugged in.
Hey Ken, what's up? What's up, my friend? What's up?
Canon!
Wife and life, good morning.
Okay, check. What level, what are you at? You said you're hot on here?
Check. Hello. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Check. Hello. Check.
Thanks for the wave.
Hello
Thanks for the
and
hearts.
welcome.
What's up, Juan? Good to see you. Hey, on Instagram Live, if you have a question or a comment and you would like to be in the actual feed today, press request and have your question ready. We will talk to you. We will see your face, and then we'll hang up, and then we'll talk about the thing. So
I'm feeling good.
that's on IG Live. What's up, T? Good to see you. That's on
Give
IG
me a
Live.
tea.
Give me a T.
Wait, I have one. And you have to, so if you join the IG Live, you have to request to be a part of our video.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get your question, if you ask your question live, not type it in, but be in the video, you get a free workbook now until May 5th.
That's right. We will send you a free link to get the workbook, which right now is $9.99.
Yep.
So, all right, press record on that. And
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Don't do your new intro. I'm not digging
Right,
it. So
I'm
we'll get there. Our intros, we're working on it.
All
All right. If you guys like AOM Radio, put a little thumbs up in there because we want to know what y'all think.
Yeah.
So here we go. Hello and welcome to AOM Radio. My name is Melanie Studley.
What's up, my friends? My name is Seth Studley. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. Welcome. This is AOM Radio, and it also is a Night of Your Marriage Mornings, where we do four things, right?
Yep.
We pray, we show gratitude, we share gratitude, we talk about our intention for one another, how I'm going to be to her today, and then we do
Our Get Your Marriage On app questions of the day and
That's
conversation starters of the day. If you're new here, welcome. We created this show because we believe in healthy, happy marriages, and it's hard to make those happen, so that's why we're here.
That's right.
Welcome. So let's start with prayer. Do you
All
want
right.
to pray?
Why don't you go? I always go.
All right. Okay. Sorry, the dog is howling. Dear Lord, thank you so much for all of the blessings that you have given us. God, I pray that we are productive, loving, and kind people today. I pray that we use the gifts and blessings that you've given us to become better people and to do the things that we want to do in a loving and good way. And thank you so much for just being amazing. Amen.
Amen. All right. So, all right.
Good morning, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie, what's up?
So, gratitude. What are
Yes.
you? So, again, we encourage you to do this with your spouse or with yourself. And again, pray together and then share your gratitude, which is specifically something you are thankful for about your partner, not just gratitude in general.
And if you're single, show gratitude. You woke
To yourself.
up, you have a job, you're healthy, all these things.
So, do you have a gratitude?
Yes, I do.
Go for it.
You go for it first, please.
So my gratitude is I am thankful and so grateful for how you treat my very best friend, Pamela.
Really?
So my very best friend, Pamela, is our neighbor, and she
Uh-huh.
is just my favorite. We have friendship bracelets. We have matching mugs. You're laughing at me. I just adore her. She's so wonderful. And, like, Seth never is like, you spend too much time with her, or why do you do this, or whatever. He's always so helpful and kind. You're so nice to how she is and how I am and what we do, and I just really am so thankful for that. So thank you.
Well, thank you for choosing a good friend that is
A pediatrician.
a pediatrician and is smart and kind as well. So yes, thank you for that. It makes my job easy. Hey, there's a deer. Let's see.
Oh.
You know what I'm thankful for? I am thankful that you get in there and do the work. You don't really complain about it too much. You see what needs to be done as far as like house stuff. We, spent a lot of time cutting grass, weed eating again this weekend, and you get in there and you do it.
I get my face mask. I get my weed eater.
That's right. And for our show and anything podcast stuff we do, like if it's Canva or if it's figuring out this Instagram thing or
WordPress.
Facebook, you get in there and you do it. So thank you for doing that. That is a skill, that is a trait, that is beyond gold because it's hard work, and I thank you for that.
You're welcome. My intention today with you and with our family is to work on my sensory issues. I don't like being touched. I've got a weird problem with that. And I think it's family of origin related because at some point in my family, we stopped touching each other and hugging. But it's really weird because I look back at videos when I was a teenager and we hugged still, which is really weird. So I don't know when that change happened. I don't know why it happened. But I have anytime Seth tries to hug me, I'm like, ew, there's a hair in my mouth. Oh, it's itchy. Don't. And I don't know. I think it's just a defense mechanism. I'm not sure.
It is.
Because I hug our kids all the time.
As a scientist and researcher and a family therapist,
whatever.
But
that's my
agree with that.
That's my intention.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
What's
good.
yours?
My intention is to do the things that you have asked me to do, to really think about it like, oh, wait a minute. These things go here. Why? Because Melanie has asked me to do that and she likes it. That's her preference. Like the floors.
They go there.
The floors go there. We walk on the floors. No, the dishwasher. These small things, grooming things. These things I'm going to pay attention to. So, okay?
That's so funny. Yes. So, again, do your intentions with each other. Do your gratitudes, do your prayer.
And you know what? Doing these with your spouse over a long period of time will draw you closer and will get you more of what you want. Whatever that is. Words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts. Do these things.
It will
and then
pay
it's
off.
like, duh. Okay.
So our topic for today is I want kids, but my partner doesn't. And we got an email, which is not in front of me directly. Dang it, I forgot
That's
my
okay.
computer.
It was a short email.
It was a short email, basically. Oh, go ahead.
It said that the couple had been married for a couple of years. The wife wants kids.
Right now.
And the husband doesn't.
Well, he said he wanted to wait until he was 30, and she's like, well, that's like 3 more years, and then it's, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I don't know how to express to my husband that I want kids. Like, I really want kids. And so I think that that's a really important thing to talk about. I have loads to say about it.
Hey.
Don't get distracted. Devin,
I'm
leave.
Devin something. I was like, hey, D.
Okay, no thanks. So Seth is distracted because his friend just joined our Facebook Live. So anyway,
What's up, buddy?
if you have questions about this or thoughts about having kids and that conversation, if you struggle with this, put your comments in the feed as we talk about it. And again, if you have a question, request to join our Instagram Live. But what are your thoughts about it just right off the bat, about like having kids and the tension or discussions that requires?
So right off the bat, I'm going to the family of origin, the biological piece, right? Most women, in my experience, want kids. That's what.
Not all women, but yes.
Not all, but like evolutionarily wise, you're made to have a kid, right? And we are made to help have those kids and support those and stuff. So the biological urge, that nature's clock kind of ticking, for the wife who's been married for a while, that's the most natural thing ever, right? And I would say from the guy's perspective, either the husband, is a little bit scared in this, maybe a little bit insecure, and maybe anxious about, oh my goodness, a kid. Or sometimes, maybe this isn't the case. If it's not, then I apologize, but I've run across men, and I've probably been like this before too, is selfish. Oh, a kid, I'm not going to get to go out and hang out and do my hobbies or play in a band or whatever, right? So let's take a 30,000 foot view of it and think what this may be exposing. I'm talking to the guy. What this may be exposing for you.
Yeah, well, and I have
my thoughts about it.
Yeah, the thing that I wrote down for that is the 5 whys. So I love this practice. I learned it at a like whys as in why are you doing that or whatever. And you just ask yourself the question, I don't want to have kids right now. Why? Because, well, if I work too hard, blah 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 blah. Why? And you literally ask why 5 times in a row after every time you answer.
Where does that come from?
Kelsey? No. So I have no idea. But so do the 5 whys. Like literally when you sit down and talk to your spouse about, you can do this for anything. You just continue to ask the question why. And it's really, really amazing how you will continue to answer that question. Like we are wired to just, well, she said why, so I'll keep asking or answering. And it's really helpful. It kind of weeds out the stuff. It gives you more insight. It helps you dig deeper into the actual reasoning behind things.
I love that.
I want to say though, for sure, some people don't want kids. And if you don't want kids, goodness gracious, do not have them. Like, do not force a child into this world when one of the spouses just doesn't want one. I know that's a terrible thing. It's not what you wanted to hear, but goodness gracious, do not bring a kid into this world if one of you is like, I don't want that.
Right. And also, so now speaking to the wife, and I am speaking as a family therapist, this is what, these are the questions that I would ask the couple if they were sitting in front of me. I would ask the wife, why do you want a kid? Is there something missing? Is there an idea of how sometimes couples, well, this happened to us actually, before we got married, we were fighting and we were just dumb and goofy all the time, right? And we thought, oh, maybe getting engaged will fix a little bit of that, right?
Yeah, if you think a kid will fix it.
Will a kid fix it? Will a kid fill that void in your life? And if you're having a kid for that reason, that is not the right reason to have a kid, right? And the thing that I mostly want to say is before you have a kid, work on yourself 100% as much as you can. A kid is not going to fill any hole that you have. I mean, sometimes it might, I don't know. I mean, it's different for a mom and a dad. But if that's the reason, wait and fix that for yourself.
Yeah. And I think too, like, learn now if you aren't having a kid yet and you're waiting 3 years and that's what you decide as a couple, or maybe you meet in the middle and wait 1.5 years. Work on communication the entire time. Like, do not waste those 1.5 years, because having a kid is the weirdest, hardest thing ever, and you don't realize, like, when you're just yourself and you can do whatever you want, and when your husband is weird, you can just go away from him. That changes when you have a child. And so if you are going to have a kid in 1.5 years, my goodness, work on all of the communication skills and tools you possibly can.
All right. Remind, if you like what we're saying, throw up a heart or a like. And also,
or a baby.
Send your questions. Throw up a baby.
The one thing I did want to say, too, that is a sort of a side note to this, but I always was like, I want kids young. I don't want to be an older parent, especially, when your kid is 10, that's 10 years later from when you had them. Right. So if your kid is 10 and you're 40, that's a thing to think about. Or if you're 35 when you have a kid, you'll be 45 when they're 10. What do you want to be doing with your kid when they're 10? 10-year-olds are really fun, and they love to climb and all that. Most
of my friends, we all had our first kid around age 30, mostly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, so that is a thing to think about, because I remember someone telling me that, like, they were like, oh, I'm so jealous that you had your kids so young because you're going to be a young parent. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think about it. But let's see. I also will say, too, that the longer you wait to have children, and this is just my opinion, just things I've learned from friends that I have, the harder it is to become a parent in terms of you have to be really flexible to be a parent. To parent, you have to be able to change your plans. You've got to be able to change your lifestyle. And my best friend, they waited, I think, 9 years to have kids. And so she said it was like the worst thing ever, because they had almost a decade.
They got used to being married with no kids.
They got used to every routine was in place. How they spent their money, where they ate, how their house was, how clean was it. All of those things were already in place, like deeply ingrained in their minds as a married couple, and then you throw a newborn into the mix.
So that's an adjustment that maybe some folks don't think about. With us, we were married only for 3 years.
We had kids right away. Yeah, which I just liked that.
Okay.
So what did you
good question. Thank you very much.
And if you have questions, again, pop into the live feed. So I have a question for you. Like, what do you think about, what would it be like if we had waited to have kids?
We would have had a harder time adjusting, because we like to travel and do adventures and do just fun stuff, and it's really easy for both of us to just go and do our own thing, and then also go and do our own thing together. So obviously, exactly what we were talking about 2 seconds ago, that would have been more of an adjustment for us to we can't travel to wherever on a whim, kind of thing.
Makes it sound like we're rich and we can travel to wherever on a whim.
Well, not.
We can't, but
we'll go to Wenatchee.
Right. And then, do you have any other thoughts on that? There was something else I was going to say, and I can't remember what it was.
Let's go to the questions of the day in the app.
Okay. So we also do, our fourth thing is we talk about our Get Your Marriage On conversation starters of the day. And we encourage you to go to getyourmarriageon.com and get the app and do the question starters. It's an amazing way to connect with your spouse. That's why we did it. And this is the app that we helped create. So here is the first question. It's your Get Your Marriage On question starter of the day. Okay, and y'all, this is about intimacy. Throw no stones, please. What is your ideal version of foreplay? Foreplay isn't sex. Don't get mad at me and think I'm asking a weird question.
Right.
Foreplay is the play that comes before sexual intimacy. I'm yelling this in our house and our children are sleeping. Sexual intimacy.
Flirting and physical touch.
What does flirting mean?
Saying, I don't know. Saying,
hey, big guy. Like Meg from Hercules.
Yes, like Meg from Hercules. Yeah.
Rippling pectorals.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
So flirting and what?
Flirting and physical touch.
Physical touch.
Things that you could say that would mean yes, fun times will happen later.
My ideal version of foreplay, and this is going to sound really funny, it's like if you mow the lawn and you're like super hardworking, like the brawny paper towel man,
Yeah.
but you aren't emotionally needy. Like I want you to be like, if I'm like, Seth, put your shoes away, and you're like, all right. Then I'd be like,
oh, okay.
ooh. And instead of you being like, are away. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you're the brawny paper
just
towel
very
man.
decisive, and okay, so that's interesting.
I don't want to know what you.
Right.
I don't want to know what your feelings are about how many times I've asked you to put the shoes away. If they're not put away, and I say, "Can you please just put your shoes away?" Then you just be like, "All right," instead of "Why do you have to say just?"
So. Well,
because you say that to me all the time.
Because that is something that you need to absolutely work on. If we're getting
can't.
#real. Okay, Charlie says if you wait until you're ready, then you will never have kids.
That is exactly
That is the
right.
most true statement I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes with anything.
Yeah.
If we waited around to start this podcast, well, we have to have the right mics. Well, we have to do this, and we have to have one season full of content to go, and we have to be totally chiseled and well-rounded on the thing, and what we're going to say. We would have never, ever started
That's
it.
a great point.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I mean, of course, there's insight and wisdom into planning and being able to provide and having some forethought in something, it is absolutely not. Well, somebody said I'll never be ready, so here we go, right? Okay.
Gross noise.
Yeah, sorry. Let's have a kid. Let's leave. I don't know. You have to have way forethought here. Way forethought. That doesn't make any sense.
You have to.
But if you get caught up in having to be everything right, having to have all the cards lined up, you are not going to ever.
Key tip here: leave some shoes out so you can put them away.
Oh, I like that. Wait a minute.
That's gonna start making messes.
I cut the grass yesterday. What the heck?
That is really funny. Another thing I want to say about parenting too is that one of the things that was I was terrified to have a baby. I was terrified to give birth. Like literally, I was like, I'll die. I mean, I guess I'll just be dead. And Seth will have to raise a child by himself because I will die giving childbirth. And I had to really think like this is the most natural thing. And some people die while giving childbirth, which is horrendous. But this is the most natural thing. And every human on the planet was born, and every person had them. You know what I mean? Like I had to make it less scary. It is literally what we're designed to do.
You have to normalize it.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you for that comment. It's really funny.
What's
So
up, Daniqua?
the second conversation starter of the day. What type of hot sauce am I between the sheets? Am I Tabasco or Sriracha?
I would say. Oh, okay. I would say you're Tabasco. Do you want to know why?
Tabasco's so gross.
Nope. Tabasco is delicious. It's my favorite hot sauce, and it goes on anything. So I'm thinking.
It goes on anything.
It goes on anything, and.
Don't say anything
We
incriminating.
just don't have to be in between the sheets, if you know what I'm saying. Be anywhere,
That's funny.
anytime.
I am going to add a third answer for mine here. You're not Tabasco or Sriracha. Those aren't my favorite. My favorite is our super chili hot sauce that we make.
Right.
And so that's what you are to
You're going
me.
to hit me in the face with that.
It's my favorite hot sauce, and that's what you are to moi. You're my special hot sauce.
There you go.
Everywhere, not even just in between the sheets.
Ah.
So, guys, we want you to do these questions with your spouse. That's why we made the app. That's why we did all the hard work to get it created and all of those things. So go to getyourmarriageon.com to get the app, or you can download it from our website anatomyofmarriage.com as well. And again, do your prayer, your gratitude, your intentions, and your questions of the day together. And then also we want to talk about really quickly you can get a free audiobook So delicious. You can get a free audiobook on us if you go to audibletrial.com/anatomy of marriage. We love audiobooks. Right now, I am reading How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, which was written in like 1918 or something. And I'm really excited about that. It is, so far, it's already really amazing.
Yeah.
What are you reading on Audible?
I'm reading the same thing. I just devoured that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's one of those books that you've heard about for like ever.
Yeah.
And I should read it, all this stuff. And I finally dove into it, and I just literally like listened to 5 hours straight yesterday. And it's one of those books where I will end up listening to it again, probably 3 times, because it is a life-changing book.
Yeah.
All my aspirations and the things that I really love about creating things and reading into people and making relationships, it hits the nail on the head. And I'm like really super excited. Like, okay, this is next level for Anatomy of Marriage, for our relationship,
parenting.
For other things, for parenting. Yeah.
So go to audibletrial.com/anatomy of marriage to get your free audiobook. We suggest How to Win Friends and Influence People. And then also, right now, the best marriage workbook ever, which is a whole workbook related to season 1, is only $9.99. It's on sale. We are doing this because people have been hit really hard, and we want to just help in that way. So go check it out at anatomyofmarriage.com. And someone just said, share the hot sauce recipe. Here it is. Are you ready? It is the easiest hot sauce on the planet. So there are these little chilies called super chilies. They're like that big. I think they can also be called bird chilies. I've heard them, I think, called that. But we got them at a farmer's market in Issaquah. There was a seller who had a whole bush, like a whole bush we got for $2. And we just popped all the chilies off. I think we washed them and cut the tops off to open them. But they're tiny. And we just put them in white vinegar. That is literally all we did. We didn't cook them. We didn't do anything. And they are, and of course, the longer it sits, the better it gets because the vinegar gets hot. But you can put the vinegar on stuff and the vinegar is hot. But then the chilies, of course, you take them out and eat them, like cut them up and put them on stuff. There is nothing like this hot sauce. Like, I want to start a Studley hot sauce.
Yeah, it goes on anything, and it's really good.
So if any of you run a hot sauce company, invite us to do Studley hot sauce.
Well, we'll start our own. Okay, you guys, thank you for joining AOM Radio. We are doing this show every single day, mostly around 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. Send your questions at hello@anatomyofmarriage.com. Also, we do random lives. Today, we are having on our show a great guy from Ramsey Solutions, and he is responsible for what podcast?
Borrowed Future.
Are
we going live with him, right?
We are going live.
We're going live in 30 minutes with George Camel.
Oh,
he just joined. Hi, George.
What's up?
So
we
are going to go
George.
live in 30 minutes with George Camel, who is one of the creators of the Borrowed Future podcast, which I was obsessed with when it came out. It's so good. I can't wait to talk to George about it. Y'all are going to love it. So catch us on that live. And if you've got questions, send them in. And of course, you can always pop them into the feed.
All right.
So, all right. Woohoo!
Can't wait.
We can't wait too.
Prep
All right.
That's right. We're getting ready. Okay, guys, we will catch you tomorrow, 7:30 PST, and we'll see you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.